Showtime with Coop is brought to you by Prize Picks and the Game Time app.
Welcome to another edition of Showtime with Coop, insightful BS with my Laker teammates and NBA legends, and the one guy that I love to hate, Nick. And
that's my point. That's why I'm here.
Well,
hateable face. Hateable
and you
face.
notice I just say Nick. I don't even say your last name.
No, we don't. We keep that quiet.
Yeah, we don't want everybody to know who you are.
Exactly. We don't want all the Lakers fans to come and get me.
And the true Boston fans to get you, because you kind of got a love affair with me. We got a bromance going on.
That's
Nick,
the truth, man. I mean,
but it's a healthy,
it.
respectful one. And this edition, we got 3 topics we're going to cover. We talked about one of the things that had made the news, the Lakers drafting Bronny, and back then it was just kind of a thought. What if? Well, it became a reality, and Bronny is now a Laker. And your thoughts on that, Nick, before I get into it?
Yeah, mine are not going to be probably close to yours, I don't think. I feel like the Lakers are choosing ticket sales over winning for the first time maybe ever. I mean, I don't know why they'd have to. It's LA, but what are they doing? Like, what's the point? I don't understand, and then LeBron opting out, going for the 1-and-1, which is showing, in my opinion, a little lack of commitment after you just went out or a grab for more money after you just went out and drafted the son. JJ Redick, I mean, everything there points to me it being a disaster. For the fans.
To fans?
For the fans.
Me, I think, you know what? And this is how I see it. I haven't talked to anybody over the Lakers land or anything like that.
One more thing before you give your more important take. Like, just to be clear to Lakers Nation, I want the Lakers to be good. And Coop, you know that. I root for the Lakers because I want Lakers Celtics every single time. So please don't think I'm just being an anti-Lakers guy or a hater here. I'm being honest. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Well, you are a hater, but we understand that. So, but my thoughts on it. This is what I believe, and this outsider looking in, is that the Lakers. Yeah, it's a media thing. I think because I think there's going to be a lot of frenzy about that, at least for the first half of the season. When Bronny gets in the game, I think he will be a two-way player. Again, this is just me talking out loud. I think he'll be a two-way player, but I think he'll spend the majority of his time with the Lakers, because the only way, and again, I say this kid is not going to be what his father became, but he's going to be I think he's going to be a very good pro player. I think he has a potential. So when the Lakers took him, it's more so to create that media buzz. I still believe the Lakers are looking to win a championship. My hope for the Lakers this year, and it's a far-fetched to say, in my heart, I believe every year that we can win a championship if we're healthy. And with AD and LeBron and Reeves, and if they don't make any more moves, that is, to me, it's enough to be a play-in team. I think you have to get that chemistry, and obviously that starts with your coach. Obviously, Darvin Ham couldn't do it at that time. Things prohibited him from being able to really field this team. Will JJ Redick do it? I think it'll be a little bit more casual atmosphere over there.
You do?
I think the intensity level won't be as high because now expectations, and I do believe this, are set at a low bar for the first time. But this happened in the 90s when when we left, and then you had that period where Nick Van Exel, not saying that these players weren't good, but Van Exel, Eddie Jones, we went through 4 or 5 years, Sedale Threatt, Eldon Campbell, we were kind of finding ourselves, and we were just being competitive. And then all of a sudden, Jerry brings in Kobe, and then Shaq comes in, and then things change. And I think that's the situation that the Laker fans have to look at right now. I still believe if the cards fall right, the basketball gods shine on us, I think the Lakers can play for a Western Conference championship, because you have to play for that in order to play for a national championship. But the West is just loaded right now. But I think the drafting of Bronny will allow, again, the Lakers are about being historical like the Celtics are. This is a great moment. The first time a player's ever had an opportunity to play with his son on the NBA court. Why not it be in LA? I think LeBron did the right thing as far as he gave up some money if they could go out and get a marquee player, but Klay Thompson got away. what's his kid's
Yeah.
name? The one from Chicago.
Well, Clay, I thought Clay would have been good for them.
Perfect. I think so too.
I,
But
I don't
again, people are
understand.
looking at to see what's going on, and that hiring of JJ Redick might have scared some players off. You don't never know because this is a first time coach, and Clay, DeRozan had
Oh
a
yeah,
chance, and he went to Sacramento. So these guys are picking teams
which is
that have
it's a
bad.
rarity because usually LA is first choice just because it's LA.
Yeah.
There's that always going for it. So let me just backtrack for a second. LeBron, he restructured his deal for less money and took a more team friendly contract.
Well, he was, but until they couldn't get that star power player, then you go and get yours. And I mean, that's what he did. And that's just being realistic about outside looking in. Anybody can see that because he had mentioned that he was willing to take a pay cut if they could get. But when they DeMar DeRozan and they couldn't get, and I think Klay Thompson was like the prize pick.
Yeah.
And he opted to go to the Mavericks. I think that kind of like, okay, well, we just have to deal with what we got. Can the Lakers get some pieces to fit around? I think the Lakers' greatest opportunity now to become competitive is going to be the draft or trade deadline. They're going to really have to do something this year because remember, you're going into the season with the same team you had last year that almost got they got beat by Denver.
They got beat by Denver.
And now you're going to have a media buzz around the team with LeBron and his son, Bronny, playing out on the floor. And it's going to be, I'm actually excited to see that,
Why?
And it happening in a Laker uniform.
Is it because you're a dad and your son plays ball? I mean, what, as a fan, I couldn't care. Like if Deuce grew up and played with Tatum, I really wouldn't care.
I think, I think being a dad, I would like to play with my son. And I think to see it happen from a father's perspective, that's a proud moment for him. And I'm glad it's happening here in LA.
As a father, doesn't it concern you a little bit the pressure being put on this kid?
He's old enough to handle it. And again, you got to remember there's pressure on them all through their life. Once they pick up a basketball, oh, you're going to be like your dad. And I think everybody, God rest his soul, Kobe and Gianna.
Yeah.
She wasn't a male, but she's a female. He wanted her to be the best player. That's the female version of him. So every father has that aspiration. If you have a son, you want them to follow in your footsteps. And Bronny has made it there. And the good thing about it is say, hey, man, don't ask me for no more money. You got your own money now.
Well, that's for sure. I mean, at least he signed a good contract. Without giving away any private stuff, what are your teammates, like the Lakers alumni? Is there a little bit of, without giving away names or anything, does there seem to be
there's a lot of doubts going on, and like you, people from outside, what are they doing? I ask myself that, but you know what? You just have to just believe in Jeannie Buss, Linda Rambis, and Rob Pelinka, Kurt Rambis over there, the powers to be, that they're doing the right thing, which I do believe. But again, I say this: you couldn't attract that marquee player, so now you're gonna have to assess the team as the season goes on, and you're gonna have to make a trade when you can. And you'll know. I honestly believe this. I think the Lakers are gonna make a trade very early once they get started and teams start seeing. And you know what? If you just hold pat. Wait for training camp. Some good players, some young players are going to get cut.
Do they have
you
any
might
money?
be able to find one that way. So it's going to be important. But I think the structuring of how the team is going to play, and the Lakers can't just be what they were last year. All offensive team. They're going to have to play defense, and that means you're going to have to have players that can do that. And if you're counting on your big three being AD, LeBron, and Reeves. Okay, them other two people, other 3-4 players, better be some good defensive players and people that can hit shots. And I think that's the Lakers' dilemma. I think it'll hopefully get solved. But like I said, the big picture is you're getting ready to see one of the greatest players to ever play this game play with his son in a Laker uniform.
There's nothing better during the summer than experiencing a sunny afternoon at the ballpark, or maybe a nice summer evening, catching a ball game live in person. Not streaming, not on your phone, not on the radio, not on the TV. I remember driving down from Maine every summer. It was a big deal. We get tickets to see the Red Sox at Fenway Park. And I just remember seeing the green grass as you'd walk up through the tunnel. It was like heaven. And I want you to have the same feeling. So go download the Game Time app and go see a game. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, so it's really easy to use. You can get your tickets faster and easier. Plus, as you get closer to the first pitch, the prices on Game Time actually go down. They have killer last-minute deals. They have the lowest price guarantee, and you can check out the view from your seats. Now, it's really easy. You just go to your phone, you download the Game Time app, you scan it, and you can see there are great seats to the Sox and the Yankees, or if you want that down-home minor league feeling, you can go see the Woo Sox or your favorite minor league club that's close to you. I go to Worcester and Polo Park. It is a great place to take the family to see a game. Very economical, too. Plus, Game Time also has great deals on the New England Revolution and Patriot preseason games. You can get last-minute deals and save up to 60% off on sports, concerts, comedy, and theater. You can save even more when you choose the section and you let Game Time choose the seats. You always get the lowest price guarantee, or Game Time will credit 110% of the difference. So take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app today, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices, guaranteed.
The Lakers fans want that. Don't they want to win?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm seeing it all over, and I'm enticing you a little bit here. I'm instigating you a little bit because the Lakers fan base on social media has been really vocal with their dissatisfaction with how this is all shaking out. Right from the hang of the in-season tournament. I mean, your fan base is going on about that, which shocks me because, you guys hang Minneapolis banners, but I'm just kidding. But the in-season tournament, I mean, they're saying everything. It feels so Rick
But first of all,
Pitino
Nick, hold up. I'm
Celtics
gonna call you on that bullshit low blow you just threw at me, okay? The in-season banners and Minneapolis banners, okay? That's another story. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
I like it just to me, not to me, to what I'm seeing all on the web. A lot of it, the commentary is that this team is no longer the serious team at this moment, franchise that they've always been. I mean, you mentioned the 90s. There was like a 4-season stretch there. There was maybe a 3-season stretch in the mid 2000s. Other than that, the Lakers have always been competitive and, at the top of the competitive stack there. And they're not, Coop. I'm sorry. They're just
they'll
not.
be competitive. I think they'll be competitive. I think,
but I'm just trying to figure out what they did to improve. Nothing.
Well, you know what, Nick? You have to see. I think the first 15 games of the season will let you know what's going on with the Lakers.
Well,
and I think they'll be competitive with that. I think they're going to surprise Denver. They're going to surprise, and I really do believe this. They're going to surprise Denver. They're going to surprise the Mavs. They're going to surprise Minnesota with some early wins that you didn't think they could win. And once that happens, you never know when a team starts winning, the confidence builds, the cohesiveness. And again, it's going to be the key to me is how JJ Redick sets up the philosophy on every coach comes in there and says, I want to win. Okay, well, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to play defense to win? How are you going to produce points? So I think that's going to be, and you're a bench. You got to have rotation off the bench. You're going to have all that going. So that's what I'm going to be looking at. But I don't think the Lakers are not thinking about being competitive and tanking the season at all. You still got LeBron and AD, and they still some powerful players.
Well, I didn't say tank. I don't think they're tanking.
Yeah.
But either way, we've said it a lot. I mean, if you could get that LeBron and AD past that in-season tournament, if they could just get into the actual playoffs, anything is possible because you got LeBron.
Well, that's what I say. My thing for the Lakers is stop being a play-in team and be a true playoff team. Yeah. If you could do that and stay above that 8, that 7, 8, that 8, 7, 6 spot, then that's telling something right there. So that's a low bar. Because
the lowest bar
But you got to start somewhere, Nick. Shit. Look at the Celtics a while back. Y'all were talking about blowing that team up.
No question.
Championship. So you high on the horse.
And on top of that, the Lakers have won 2 championships since the Celtics won 1. So, I mean, now obviously the Celtics are in the lead, but the Lakers, though the Celtics have been competitive, the Lakers have actually come through 2020 and 2009 or something? 2010. So you never know. It's LA, but. Anyway, should we move on to your bench cut start B? What do you call it? SBC.
SBC. Start, bench, and cut. But thank
We
you for that
played it.
segment. Go Lakers. That's right, baby.
Go Lakers. I want
Okay.
them to be competitive.
So for the fans, again, you're listening to Showtime with Coop, Insightful BS. We have a segment we call SBC. Start, bench, or cut. I'm gonna give Nick three people, and he has to tell me what he's gonna do with those players. Okay.
I hope you don't stump me again.
Okay. All right. First one, Kyrie, Damian Lillard, and Doncic.
Wow, that's like the chief underachieved. No, I'm just kidding. Mediocrity. No. Well, I'm gonna. Oh, that's a tough one. So Kyrie, Luka, and who was the third?
Damian Lillard.
Yeah,
Dame
I'm
time.
gonna
It's Dame time, baby.
I'm gonna start Luka.
And why?
Man, this is a tough one. Maybe I'm gonna. Why? Because he's probably the most versatile of all of them, but he doesn't play defense, so it's so hard.
What?
He is versatile. I don't. I'll be honest with you. I don't care for Damian. I think Damian Lillard's untested, and he destroyed Milwaukee. I mean, I gotta start Luka, bench Kyrie, and cut Dame time. I'm gonna get killed for that, but I'm gonna do it because Damian Lillard. I mean, he left Portland, went to Milwaukee, and they got worse. How does that happen?
Well, again, you gotta remember they fired their coach too. So
Well, and they insist that was Dame and Giannis that insisted that. When Drew was there, they didn't have a problem with their coach. And they were winning when they fired their coach, weren't they? I mean, it was ridiculous.
So who you going with again, Nick?
All right, I'm gonna start Luka, bench Kyrie, and I dread Kyrie. Bench Kyrie and cut Dame.
Okay.
I'm gonna get killed for that. What would you do there?
I'm gonna go
start Dame,
bench Luka,
and cut
Kyrie. Because I think Kyrie and Dame are the same kind of player. Both of them can get big numbers a little bit. But I'm about speed and athleticism and creativity. And Luka gives you that triple double almost any night, but he's too slow for me. I'm not. I mean, if he wasn't a scorer, I would cut him. But he could score. You got to give the guy credit. He could score, but he's late. To me, he's lazy. Doesn't hustle back on defense.
Luka, yeah.
But
so he got cut. No, you cut Kyrie.
I'm cutting Kyrie, and that would hurt too because Kyrie can play.
Kyrie, he can
really
play,
like
man.
Him.
I mean, he can play against everybody but the Celtics. Go ahead, Coop. What's next?
Number 2, Tatum, Worthy, Scottie Pippen.
Oh, that's easy. I'm going to start Tatum, bench Worthy, and cut Scottie.
Are you serious?
Yep. 100%.
Why?
I'm not even hesitating because Tatum is dynamic. He defends.
Now, Nick, listen. When you think about these, when I give
I'm taking the Celtics.
Don't think about them being older. Think about them being in their prime.
I am. I got you. So, Tatum is the most all-around player of that group. Who did I have there? Tatum of Pippen. So Tatum is the most all-around player of that group. He defends. It's obvious that he's starting. James Worthy is poetry in motion,
crazy, man. You're crazy. James Worthy could defend too. James
Worthy can't run.
He probably wasn't a better ball handler.
That's it. He can't set up the offense.
Go ahead, Nick.
He can't set up. I like that you call bullshit, but I love Worthy. But he doesn't set up the offense. I mean, Worthy is a post mid-range player, really good at it, and he runs the fast break really well. But I mean, he's not really a distance shooter ever. And I just think and I'm cutting Scottie because Scottie's a bad teammate, and I hope he doesn't see this. A bad teammate, and yeah, he's a great defender, but he's mediocre compared to the other two on offense.
Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Over 5 million active members. All you do is pick more, or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings just roll in. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. You could turn $10 into $1,000. Okay. Well, with the Celtics as NBA champs, the hoop action doesn't stop though on Prize Picks. Women's basketball is still heating up with stars like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese looking to make big names for themselves alongside a great like Breanna Stewart. So here's something you could do. Like here's what you could wager. This is something I like to do. Caitlin Clark for more than 3.5 3-pointers made and Breanna Stewart for more than 23 points. It's that simple. Pick more or pick less. That's how you do it. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks for a deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
Okay.
Well, hey, what about you?
I'm starting.
You're starting
Scottie Pippen.
Oh, you're such a
And
defensive
I'm
guy.
benching
Then.
Worthy, and I'm cutting Tatum. And
Oh
the reason
my
for that,
God!
the
Who's
reason
gonna
for
score?
that is I'm hating on the Celtics. Next one. Last one of SBC. But Tatum's a hell of a player. I gotta give him
Hell of a player.
you know what? That's a tough 3 there.
It really is.
They are really good. All of them are good players.
For Scotty, it's kind of easy for me, and it's not even fair. He just got on my nerves as a kid because he was so whiny, and you're gonna kill me because of the defense, but I always found him to be slightly overrated.
Oh,
Pippen.
a little bit. And
A little bit. I mean, like, he couldn't defend Larry. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like, Larry used to put him in the torture chamber. And you used to defend Larry.
I love Tatum, but he got on the wrong jersey for me. That's
why. Right. Okay. What's the last one?
All right, last one. Norm Nixon, Maurice Cheeks, and World Be Free.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, how am I going to go with two point guards, though? I mean, because
we talk about you put your players out there. Start, bench, and cut. Who you start?
I mean, Norm and you got to go with Cheeks. Wow, this is a tough one. I'm going to cut Norm. I'm going to have to start Cheeks and come off the bench with World Be Free. I mean, this isn't even easy. They're not even close to the same position. Come on, what are you doing there?
So who you doing? You starting?
I'm going to start Cheeks, cut Norm, and come off the bench with World Be Free.
Okay. I'm going to start Norm.
You're such a homer, man. We got to get Norm back on here.
Of those 3 players, Norm Nixon and Maurice Cheeks were probably the fastest with the basketball.
Yeah.
The difference with them is Norm had a better consistent mid-range shot. Maurice could hit a shot, but Norm could come off that dribble with his. So I got to go with that.
Maurice hit big shots. Yeah.
And I'm going to bench World Be Free because anybody that thinks he's the world of basketball and nobody...
Is he still living?
Hey,
is he still alive?
Guy could score, man. He had the biggest size I've ever seen on a basketball player. Yes. But to get up in the air in his prime, man, beautiful jump shot. It was a little awkward.
Is he alive? Is he alive? Is he still living?
World B is still.
You got to get him on, bro.
I hope he's kicking. And then Maurice Cheeks, I cut him, but still a good player, nice guy. But yeah, of those 2, I'm looking for people. World Be Free gonna come off the bench and give me 25, maybe 40 on any given night. And Norm,
and
like
I said,
Norm and Cheeks are pretty much the same player.
Yeah.
But that is it of our SBC segment. Now moving on, fans are listening to Showtime with Coop. I'm on with hater A Nick of the Los Angeles Lakers. And loves the Celtics to where I believe that when he poops, it's green. It doesn't matter what
and sometimes it is.